All right, we are continuing the conversation of family tradition with some of our employees. See, we didn't want to bring, where'd you go? We didn't want to bring in guests today because, you know, it's Christmas. We want people to spend,
Christmas.
but we all work together, so why not bring some of India's friends and my coworkers on the show here today?
Okay, so these are my friends. Let me tell you something. If I buy you something, that means we're friends.
Is that what that means?
I've already got her something.
Oh, well then there we go. Who is this?
Okay, so we are joined by, of course, our amazing assistant news director, Lindsay King, to tell us what her family does special around the holidays.
Awesome. Well, first off, I consider you all my work family. As I've learned working in news, we spend so much time together. We go through good times and bad times. You really are kind of like a family. So when you have to spend the holidays together, you can't have your other family, next best family to have.
Right, and the thing is, in this business in particular, we go through a lot of ups and downs as, you know, tragedy happens in the world. We're all together trying to, you know, to hold it together to get out a good product. And that's what you do behind the scenes. You try to hustle everybody together and keep cooler heads.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about you and the rest of the management team here. So we appreciate that. Now, you're a Kentucky native. You've worked in Los Angeles. You've been all over the country. You've been a college professor. I mean, you are something else. You got a big resume.
I do.
But your roots are here in Kentucky.
Absolutely.
Let's hear about some of that.
I am from Possum Trot, Kentucky, which is in Marshall County in western Kentucky.
Yes.
My family actually kind of helped found Possum Trot, and I found out from a news article, like my great whatever grandfather, however many back, named Possum Trot because he saw those possums trot.
Oh.
What?
Okay. I like that.
That is cool.
So my family, and so this is my dad's side of the family. They grew up very religious family. We're a Southern Baptist family. My dad was raised Primitive Baptist, and the one thing that we do at Christmas time, or well, we used to, it was my grandmother and my great aunt, they would make what is traditionally called bourbon balls. But because alcohol is a sin, they were called spirit balls. You did not say bourbon, and even in the recipe, it would be like spirit, like not bourbon, like not like a cup of bourbon.
Okay, but it's in there.
Yep.
Okay.
I was just making sure.
We just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's very. My great aunt, she was the best. She's still alive. She's the best at making them, and she would bring them when I used to work at like J.C. Penney in the catalog department, and she'd be like, "Now don't, these are for you, but you're probably gonna have to share." And sure enough, here'd be coming people from different departments, and they're just like really good. It's our little holiday tradition, and we only have them, well, before I just got the recipe, we don't have them at Christmas. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, you can't make them any other time. So then whenever I got to where I would cook and bake, I make a bourbon chocolate cake.
Oh.
And I will line it with bourbon balls. So anything I can do to make it. I love baking with bourbon, cooking with bourbon. So.
How often do you go back home?
Well, now that I'm back in Kentucky, I think I would go back home maybe about like once every 2 months. Like I don't go back home a lot as much as like I used to when I was up here in college. But I go home. It's not that far. It's about a 4-hour drive. So.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
It's not bad. A little day trip, and if you had to, you can come right back if you needed to. That's a really cool thing, especially when you take in the religious aspect of it, where they wouldn't call it bourbon. It was called spirit. Of course, we know a lot of the drinks as spirits anyway. But that's fantastic. We appreciate you so much, and everything you do here. You've been a great second in command.
Absolutely.
Here in the news department. We do appreciate you.
She's really held some people together, I will say that. And so thank you.
Well, thank you.
It's that college professor in her that comes out and kind of nurture her.
What's your sign?
Virgo.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later.